We will test a vintage lens today. It's a Pentagon 50mm f1.8 from M42 mount. There will be a lot of sample footage as well. The lens is quite small and it has a 6-blade aperture. It has a visible hexagonal shape. Let's try the different values in a strong backlight. There is a small lens flare. You can see a star when the lens is top down. For such an effect, values as f11 and higher are ideal. The lens was tested with Panasonic Lumix S5 camera and NewEye M42-T adapter. You can see the shape of the aperture here. The lens is able to focus from 33 cm, which is quite unique. Therefore, a larger magnification than usual can be achieved. There is just one disadvantage. The focus ring is terribly slow and takes a while to focus from infinity to minimum and vice versa. Not bad for 50mm lens. I was able to take the object with almost 40 cm size. That is approximately 0.26 times magnification. When you use the lens wide open in close-ups, it's not very sharp. It's much better when you stop it down. The lower aperture was used here and the image is nice, has a reasonable contrast, sharpness, and there is still some bokeh. If it's wide open, the image is dreamy. Maybe too dreamy. You can see the sharpness, dreaminess, and the bokeh at various apertures here. The focus ring turns very smoothly, even though it has quite a resistance. When wide open, the corner sharpness is horrible. You can see the center and corner sharpness here at various apertures. And here, everything is twice magnified, so it's easier to see the differences. On the other hand, it allows to blur the background even when you are shooting such a big object. Again, the corner sharpness is horrible. Look at the real wheel. The lens suffers from heavy lens flare and ghosting. Nevertheless, some of you may like it. It may look very cinematic. The ghosting and low contrast can be seen here as well. So let's look at some other samples. Unfortunately, I have used camera image stabilization in the wrong mode. Boost IS was on. It's great to simulate the tripod, it prevents panning, which is exactly the thing I did not want here. Therefore, the image stops sometimes. The same issue with image stabilization can be seen here, but that was my fault. Again, a lot of ghosting here. Now, the same scenes with different apertures. f1.8 was used in this case. Notice the unsharp corners. And 5.6 in this case. The sharpness is much better. The The lens can be very sharp, but you have to use the apertures like f8 and higher. f1.8 is fine for night shots, but you have to count with unsharp and dreamy corners. Basically, only the very center is a little bit sharp. It's very dreamy at f1.8. But the bokeh can be nice with round shapes. Some samples with the lens wide open. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Please subscribe.